close to mine. When the vast sublimity is fled into the night, accuse my heart with the way you talk, remind me of the light. In the morning, you're the first thing to touch my breath. You may sun could never reach beyond the memory of your breath. It's only a little from until the inside your life. The silhouette against the atmosphere rising on my life. In the morning, you're the first thing to touch my breath. You may sun could never reach beyond the memory of your breath. It's only a little from until the inside your life. The silhouette against the atmosphere rising on my life. In the morning, you're the first thing to touch my breath. You may sun could never reach beyond the memory of your breath. It's only a little from until the inside your life. The silhouette against the atmosphere rising on my life. I was master of the house and king of the hill. You said goodbye, I love you still. I'm lost in the streets and alone in my dreams. Another's there to take my place, another's there to break my stride. I wonder why. Don't like this place I'm in, don't like being second best. Why can't you love me through the rest? I watch them take my place, I shake my fist. Then you turn to me and say, I love you still. Why don't I believe? When I see him take your hand, when he smiles into your face, when he holds you in his arms, you melt at his embrace. I wonder why it isn't me, just who am I supposed to be? I wonder why. If you really love, you gotta set him free. We'll just be friends until you see. I stand here alone with my face to the sky. I cannot show you the way that I feel. I must be strong. When I take you by the hand and smile into your face, when I hold you in my arms so you melt in my embrace. But I know it cannot be. No, I've got to set you free. I wonder why not me. These things that I feel, I know that they're wrong. And the things that I say, I mean you no harm. Wanna be the friend you need, but my heart is not that strong. Wanna run the other way, but when you smile, to stay. When I see him take your hand, when he smiles into your face, when he holds you in his arms, you melt in his embrace. I wonder why it isn't me, just who am I supposed to be? I wonder why not me. Yeah, I'm gonna take you by the hand and smile into your face. When I hold you in my arms, so you melt in my embrace. But I know it cannot be. No, I've gotta set you free.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this live stream. It's a little chilly out here in the shop, but I am blessed with an insulated garage, so it's not as bad as it is outside. I ran the heater for about a half hour before I started this live stream, so I should be good to go. So the plans for today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out this live stream with a very quick and short vlog section, just talking a little bit about the shop and what's been going on lately. and then I will lead into the project for today or what I'm working on. I don't expect this live stream to be a very long one, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes at the most. So first things first, last week I had two live streams, and I'm hoping to maintain this pace. What I would like to do is to do two live streams a week and then have one produced video that's not live stream related. Now, if I release a video that's like an excerpt from my live stream or something, that doesn't count. I want to have an actual produced video and two live streams a week. I'm bracing myself right now for the the Christmas bump, I guess you could call it, with YouTube. Every year around the holiday break, I get this huge bump in viewers and in subscribers and watch time. Everything goes crazy, and I appreciate it 100%. I am very happy that it happens. It helps with the revenue, but it does throw off the analytics for my channel, and so I never know if it's something that I'm doing right or if it's just the holiday bump. And so like I said, I'm not complaining. I started doing these live streams a little bit on a regular basis, and I don't know if my this bump that I'm seeing in um, people being directed to my channel has anything to do with the frequency with which I'm online and how often I'm putting out videos now, or if it's just the holiday bump. So we'll find out, in maybe 3 or 4 more weeks. If that drops off a cliff, if my stats go like this, and then all of a sudden January comes and it just drops down, I know that it was just the holidays, and that's fine. I'll just enjoy it for what it is. Last week, I started out the week with a sit down chat style live stream, and then on Thursday, I actually did a lot of work on on stream while I was filming for a future video. And so those of you that participate in these live streams, you get kind of a advanced view of what's going on in the shop. And so this week I'm going to continue those projects. Today on the bench I have my propane forge that I'm making. I have all the materials to do the installation for it, so that's probably what I'm going to do today. And but we'll kind of see. And I've been winging this project from the very beginning, as I do most of my projects. Um, I'll be winging it, and so we'll see how far I get today. Let's see what else. Anytime you see me looking up, I'm just looking at I have a monitor up here that I think I've showed it to you before. It actually monitors the progress and the number of viewers, and if I have any chat or anything like that, that's what I'm looking at. I don't want to miss anything. All right, so let's talk about my holiday wish list. I don't expect to get any of these things. I don't think Santa has deep enough pockets for some of these things that I like. But I thought it would be interesting to share with you what is on my wish list, because I have a lot of things already, and I definitely have a fully functioning shop. And but there are some things that I would like to improve on, or just some better products out there that I think that would serve me well. And so this is going to be the Red Barn Woodworking Holiday Wish List 2018. Let's just call it that. Number one, um, I've been wanting one for a long time, and hopefully I will be able to make the upgrade soon. Is I would like to get a Shellix cutter head, Shellix, whatever you call it. It's a carbide insert cutter head, for my jointer. Primarily, well, at least first for my jointer. Obviously, I'd love to get it for the planer as well, but the planer is easier to deal with, and I'll explain that in just a minute. The jointer sees the really rough wood. It probably sees the worst of the wood. And so the blades get nicked very easily, and I'm only dealing with 6 inches of blade, and so it doesn't take long to wear them down. And I mainly deal with rough cut lumber. So I'm always having to use the jointer just to get a nice couple of square faces before I can do anything else to the wood. So I wear down those blades real easily. On top of that, I'm trying to stand in front of this light so it doesn't blow out the picture. On top of that, these the jointer is very difficult to set up properly. The blades have all these depth adjustments and springs and everything that so you can dial it in perfect. And it takes a long time to get a set of blades dialed in. And so one way that I can just eliminate all of that hassle is to get a Shelix cutter head, with the carbide inserts. And I'm not sure if you are familiar with it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll pop a little picture up over here, and you can see what it is. But basically, it's a cutter head, and instead of taking straight blades, it has these little square carbide inserts that they originally were just developed for machining metal, and they're turned on an angle and everything. It's a helical pattern, and I think there's like I don't know, there's probably like 100 of them on it. And the beauty of these things is that they index inside their home, I guess you could say. Like there's a screw that goes through the middle of them, and so it indexes them perfectly, so you don't have to adjust them. And then also, the inserts have four sides to them, and so if you end up nicking one of them or they wear out or whatever, all you have to do is turn it 90 degrees and put it back in, and you have a fresh edge. And so anyway, that's the long version of this, but I would love to get a Shelix upgrade for my jointer first, and then eventually for my planer. There's other benefits. They're supposed to be quieter. They handle figured wood a lot better because it's taking more of a shearing style cut. It's not digging into the grain. It actually kind of, because of the pattern, it kind of makes a shearing cut, and so it can deal with curly maple without tearing it out, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sure you could even do end grain if you were crazy enough to try it. So it's definitely number one on my list. I'm looking at my stream right now. It's not looking too good. Can you guys hear me? I mean, is everything? Uh, let's see. If you're out there and you're in a position where you can type, go ahead and let me know how the stream is doing. It might just be my feed, but it's really, really behind, and that's never a good sign. Sorry, I don't want you to watch me watching the TV screen, so I'm just going to continue to talk. And if the live stream is really bad, which is it's looking like it's really bad, I will just upload a recap of everything that I'm saying on YouTube, and you can watch it then. And I apologize, and hopefully I'll have this worked out by the next live stream. The past few have been really good, so who knows what's going on. I just may need to reboot my computer, my streaming computer. Okay, so back to it. Number one was the Shelix cutter head for my jointer. Number two, and this is a big one, and it's going to be a hard one to fulfill, is I really would like a table saw upgrade. I've put thousands of board feet of wood through this table saw, this Grizzly that I have. It's a great saw. The only problems with the saw are problems that I caused. I repeat this story over and over and over again. But when I bought the saw and picked it up, it fell out of the back of my truck, and so it ended up bending the mount. It bent the table, but it also bent the mounting points that the table attaches to. And I've shimmed it and I've gotten it as flat as I can, but it's not flat. And so I mean, I've upgraded the fence on it. I've used this saw for at least 3 solid years, and it's served me well. But it's time for an upgrade, or well, it would be nice to have an upgrade, I should say. It's not time for it because I don't have money for it. And I'm looking at, kind of the bigger names. I'm looking at Powermatic. I think they make a wonderful saw. It just looks like it's top quality. I'm also looking at SawStop because I really like the idea of the safety feature, and it doesn't cost any more than a Powermatic. And from what I understand, this could be a lot of hyperbole marketing stuff, but it does look like it is built just as good as the Powermatic saw. Now, the fact of the matter is that I don't earn enough doing what I do to be able to spend that much money on a saw, so I'll probably end up compromising and getting a higher end model of a Grizzly saw. And it's unfortunate. And like I have nothing against Grizzly, nothing at all. I just think that the table saw is the most used tool in my shop, and so it should probably be the highest quality thing that I can afford. And then again, the saw stop, the older I get, the more I value, my digits. And I'm pretty confident around a table saw, and I'm very safe and focused, but it only takes one mistake. And, and I think I've probably been talked to by the saw stop reps too much, but, it's true what they say, the cost of that saw is better than the cost of a visit to the hospital for, some type of a saw, table saw related accident. So it's true. I'm a believer, um, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. So that's my short wish list. I don't have a whole lot to wish for because I've been blessed with so much already that, and I also like to do things on my own. And so, I could have a nice dust separator on my list, but I'm going to go ahead and make my own just because, and it's more just because I can, not so much because of the cost. Same thing goes for the forge. By the time I put all the time and money into the forge, it would have been cheaper just to buy one. But I like making my own stuff and then making other things with things that you've made. It's just that much more satisfying. All right, so this rant is going long, and so I'm going to cut it off there. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to move to the actual, shop work portion of this live stream. And I hope this live stream, the health of the live stream gets better. Again, if anybody could report back, I'd really appreciate it. Let me know how it's going for them, how much buffering, and if there's sound cutting out or whatever. When I'm talking, it's not that big of a deal whether or not the sound is, or whether or not you can see what's going on, but the sound is critical. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this mic or this camera down to the workbench. Make a couple adjustments here to get it in the right location. Oops. Try not to jar you guys around too much. There we go. So just like I did last Thursday, I'm going to work on a video. So I got my YouTube camera here, and I'm going to work on this propane forge, and you guys can join along and watch me, and hopefully you'll hop in on chat and we can have some good conversation. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. I'll be right back. I got to go get my memory card. Okay, I'm back. The video hasn't even caught up yet. So that's how far behind I am. It isn't your connection, Kenneth. It's my connection, unfortunately. I may have to reboot my streaming PC or reboot my router. I should have checked that before I started streaming. Well, safety first, folks. We're dealing with ceramic fiber insulation. It's known carcinogen. That is not rolled up. That's how thick this is. I got a 2-inch thick piece of insulation. I didn't figure out that I only needed 1 inch until after I bought this. But it's not a problem. It'll leave me some leftover that I can use for other projects. All right, guys, I'm wrapping up the live stream. I don't think it's working well. I can just tell by how choppy it is up on my monitor and the fact that I only have like one person watching right now. So whoever that, oh, now it's two people. Whoever those two people are, thanks for jumping in. But I'm going to go ahead and call this one. I guess I can recap what I did. As you can see, I just lined that forge with ceramic fiber. I did a whole layer of ceramic fiber, and then I put in a floor of ceramic brick. So those bricks were donated to me, so I'm very grateful for that, because even though you can find them for pretty inexpensive on eBay, the shipping is what kills you. And then if you buy them local, they're like 15 bucks a piece or something. So those were free. And then I have a ton of leftover ceramic fiber. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that jumped out. And thanks for suffering through this really terrible quality live stream. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully I'll have it figured out by Thursday. So I just want to say to everybody, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
Inside your life, a silhouette against the atmosphere rising of my life. So cue the sun and let me take your hand and let me see away the clouds and be a static sky. And let me feel the tension when your skin is close to mine. And when the vast of liberty is fled into the night. Use my heart with the way you talk. Remind me of goodbye. I love you still. I'm lost in the streets and alone in my dreams. Another's there to take my place, another's there to break my stride. I wonder why. Don't like this place I'm in, don't like being second best. Why can't you love me through the rest? I watch them take my place, I shake my fist. Then you turn to me and say, I love you still. Why don't I believe? When I see him take your hand, when he smiles into your face, when he holds you in his arms, you melt at his embrace. I wonder why it isn't me. Just who am I supposed to be? I wonder why. If you really love, you've got to set him free. We'll just be friends until you see. I stand here alone with my face to the sky. I cannot show you the way that I feel. I must be strong. When I take you by the hand and smile into your face, when I hold you in my arms so you melt in my embrace. But I know it cannot be. No, I've got to set you free. I wonder why not me. These things that I feel, I know that they're wrong. And the things that I say, I mean you no harm. Wanna be the friend you need, but my heart is not that strong. Wanna run the other way, but when you smile, when I see him take your hand, when he smiles into your face, when he holds you in his arms, you melt in his embrace. I wonder why it isn't me. Just who am I supposed to be? I wonder why not me. Yeah. When I take you by the hand and smile into your face, when I hold you in my arms so you melt in my embrace. But I know it cannot be. No, I've got to set you free. I wonder why. Come take my hand, come feel the way I feel, come see the way I see when I look at you. Come take my hand, come hear the quiet whisper, the water's falling with its silent signals of stone. Come touch my face, the way I've wanted to touch yours, but never could because I was afraid. Come take my hand, come feel the way I feel. I'm standing here beneath the silent moon. Come talk to me. light of your eyes, remember me. Come take my hand, come take my heart, come touch my dreams, be the answer to me. I'll take your heart, I'll take your hand, I'll touch your dreams. And I never got to reach beyond stars. I never met man in the moon, but I felt the way your breath reacts against mine. And I found that's all I want. Come take my hand, let me feel the way you feel, let me see the way you see when you look at me. Come take my hand, let me hear your beating heart, let me prove the way I feel about you. Come touch my skin, come let me taste your kiss, let me feel the way you feel. I'll take your heart, I'll touch your dreams, I'll take your hand. I'll hold your hand like the river holds the ocean. I'll hold your hand like the mountains hold the sea. I'll hold your hand like the sky and the horizon. And I found that's all I want. And I never got to reach beyond the stars. I never met a man in the moon, but I felt the way your breath reacts against mine. And I found it's all I want. That's all I want. Come take my hand, come understand my heart, come reach with me to touch beyond the stars. And when I dream, no, I'm dreaming about you. I've answered all my dreams when